Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to you. My name is Jeannie D and this is Afternoon Express.
Absolutely, and I'm Bonnie Booley, so glad you could join us. Today we're catching up with extreme open water swimmer Ryan Strand, who recently returned from one of his biggest challenges yet, swimming the North Channel between Ireland and Scotland.
Insane, I know.
Incredible.
I can't wait to hear that story. Plus we have plenty of beauty and skincare advice on the show today. And in the kitchen, listen to this, I can't wait for this. We're making a soup that's actually good for your skin.
Wow.
Glowing. And with spring on its way, we have fashion stylist Bronwyn Day here to give us some tips on how to incorporate dresses into our capsule wardrobe. And today on social media, we are asking, and we want to find out your rap name by putting a lil in front of the last thing that you ate. So what would your little rap name be?
So the last thing I ate was curry, so my rap name today would be Lil Curry.
Lil Curry. I've got a selection. I can be Lil Brussels sprouts. I can be Little Broccoli. Or I could be...
I like little broccoli.
Little sauerkraut.
Oh no,
That's the one I'm going to stick with.
Okay, I like
sauerkraut.
little broccoli because you can make it shorter and it can
Little
be little
brock.
brock.
Little brock.
Right?
Yeah.
But first up, rapper Sizwe Mwegezi, better known as his stage name Reason, was born in Tembisa and cut his teeth on the underground rap battle scene. After building a name for himself from the ground up, he got a gig writing jingles for DJ Fresh's Unrestricted Breakfast Show.
Brilliant. But what really catapulted him into the limelight was the release of his hit 2012 single, Do It Like I, which made it to #1 on both the Metro FM and YFM charts.
You just can't. You can't do it like. So this is what it's come to. Backpack rapping in 2012 because I want to. Many have asked, what's he gonna do? I said, what else but me? Cause I've been saying like Goku. I'm just doing my thing like I'm supposed to. New school, but a little more soulful. I used to freestyle rap cause I'm so cool. Now I got fees, I gotta rap cause I'm so schooled. And I'm doing it with bosses. They got C-class mercs, carry Max and wear glasses. And I'm but a young buck who takes chances and copping at 320 by next
Joining us
August.
now in the loft is one of South Africa's most loved rappers, Reason. Welcome to the loft.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So I know your barber is Legend, right?
Yes.
And how long does one haircut of yours typically take?
It depends on the pattern, because sometimes I actually like do these crazy patterns on top of it.
Yeah.
I think the last one took about an hour, maybe.
Wow.
Because then he like does freehand, so he'll take your hair, cut it, then he brings in the clippers, then after doing in the clippers, he'll start cleaning it up, and yeah, it's quite a process.
So he's quite a freestyler.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of which, you're known as the underground rap battle king, right?
Yeah.
When did you make that transition from being an underground hip-hop artist to a little bit more mainstream, or do you kind of fluctuate between the two?
I would have to say when I met Proverb and Fresh and all of them. So what happened was naturally you're like an underground rap battle king because you're rapping at school and you're rapping amongst your friends at different sessions and all that stuff. And then I happened to meet Proverb and Fresh when I went to YFM. I had my music and I was like, hey, I just want you guys to listen to it and tell me if it's good enough for you guys. And they were like, yo, man, this is pretty cool. Do you want to do some jingles? You know, I was like, oh, yeah, we can do some jingles.
Okay.
And then from having come in there, I then started seeing Proverb, and I was like, wow, this guy gets paid from rapping. Like, he's a rapper, he's got a job, he's making money, he's surviving, he's got a whole career, so it could actually become a thing. And then I met Zabs, and then I think I met Optical Illusion, and then it just became a bigger wave. And then I started seeing people doing this thing professionally. So I have to say, like, around that time, I can't even claim my first single as like professional because it never really popped off like that, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like 5 singles down, then it just works out.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you come to be called Reason? Because you had a more hardcore name before that.
Funny thing is,
Take us through that.
It actually came from
evolution.
that. So basically coming up as a rapper, it was that. So you had to be like very like, you know, I don't know, you had to be like a terrorist. You had to sound like you can kill people. So I used to call myself the Mad Massacre. But then at some point I thought to myself, if I actually do workouts and I become this person, so that means one day they're gonna say, Hugh Masekela, AKA Anati, and the Mad Massacre. And I was like, yeah, that doesn't really quite work. So then I thought about it a bit more, and I just always had this theory, or at least this thing that I believe, which is everything happens for a reason, and everything has a purpose in life. So, you know, relating my purpose to music, I decided that maybe I should add with reason.
Oh, yeah. I mean, how do you strike that balance between being a thinker and a guy who's very conscious and mindful of the world around them with being a hardcore rapper dude? Because it seems like in the rap game, guys get called soft for just being light-skinned. So, is there always that, like, straddling both these worlds and being hardcore enough but conscious enough?
I never really think about it like that. For me, it's always really been about me and my experiences. You know, I'd really love to be a hardcore, you know, rapper that talks about guns and all those other things. But I've never been able to, because I didn't really grow up like that. I was never really that kind of person. So, and that's probably maybe why I often struggle with the so-called commercial scene, because I really can't do the obvious. I can't really do what, you know, everybody else
the hyper-masculinity.
Right. So I always try and relate it or bring it back to my stories, which to me is like the most authentic thing to ever, you know, vibe with. You know, naturally, because it's hip hop music, there's a level of competition and there's a level of self-pride and standing up for yourself and you know, and being up. But it never really is like in the back of my head to say, hey, I don't think you stood up enough. I don't think you, you're not dark-skinned enough or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't feel like you have to prove your masculinity all the time. Now, you recently rattled a few feathers on social media when you released that artwork with Jesus holding two...
Yes, with white Jesus and two girls.
Two women, two girls. What was some of the flack you caught for that? What were you called? What kind of names were you labeled?
Name a name, and I'll tell you if it popped up. Think of anything, it probably came up.
Wow, everything.
Attention seeker,
misogynist.
Media, misogynist was the first one that popped off. Arrogant, desperate, disrespectful, antichrist.
Wow. Blasphemer.
Blasphemy,
Yeah, what was your goal? What was your intended outcome?
So in the song, there was a line that said, that says, I'm the tainted version of what Jesus is. I hide behind my shades because I'm way too promiscuous. And the idea was to actually take that. So growing up, I was always taught that if you want to make it to heaven, you have to be Christ-like. And you have to be like Christ. And I always...
Hence me.
There you go. Hey, there you go. So then I said, around the time I was going through so many different conflicts in my life, and I started thinking of myself, you know, what would that picture look like? If I was, you know, to be Christ-like, what would my real life look like, though? So if we take what I'm trying to be and we attach all the other things that actually surround that, it becomes a tainted picture, which was actually the point. It was to say, look, there's a certain level of perfection that we all aspire to follow, but then there's all these tainted things. So if we were to take you and say, if you're the perfect person that you want to be, or if you want to be like Christ-like, if we take all these things that are so-called bad things, so your addictions, if it's cigarettes, if it's smoking, if it's swearing, if we were to add all of those things to your picture, what would it look like? So what people were criticizing is literally what the story was saying is, yes, this is a self-criticized picture. This is a bad picture. This is how I feel like. I feel like I'm trying to be the guy in the middle, but I'm hiding behind these shades and I'm surrounded by all this promiscuity and all that stuff, But then the media kind of was like, this is great for the news. Let's just run with it. Well, what do you think of this?
Exactly. Well, I'm glad we got a chance to clear it up. And just lastly, tell us about your album, Love Girls.
Love Girls. Shoo, I never know when to start when it comes to this album. It's like an album with different experiences that talks about different experiences I had with different women. It's 14 songs, but it doesn't necessarily speak about 14 different women. I don't know if that makes sense.
That makes sense, absolutely.
So it's different experiences that we had with angry women, happy women, blessed women, broken women, other women, new girls, so all that stuff. And that's pretty much how we themed it. And it really just takes on just the idea of the time that we're in right now is very sensitive when it comes to the relationship between guys and women. And this one pretty much zooms into one such guy where it pretty much exposes, you know, the mistakes that, you know, I made, the successes that we managed to achieve, the good decisions, the bad decisions, the confusing ones, the arrogant ones, the stupid ones, the ignorant ones. Because generally as a guy, you know, we're never really sensitive to what comes before you. So, you know, I meet you, I'm like, hey, Bunny Fly, hey girl, what's going on? You want to go grab a drink of cocoa later tonight? And then we grab a drink. Then out of nowhere, something happens, and then I get this massive reaction, and then I just immediately label you as a crazy girl. Like, yo, that girl crazy, or that girl angry, or that girl weird, whatever, you know what I mean? And then, you know, but then you get to find in this album, you kind of get an understanding of, you know, what happens behind that. You know, when you start to think, oh yeah, people call this girl a club girl. But like, what is it that really, you know, has she always wanted to be a club girl? Did she have dreams of being something else? How did she end up here? You know, things like that.
Yeah, wow, it sounds amazing. And being a father to a daughter, she's so lucky to have somebody who's taken that journey. But thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
You're going to perform for us a little later.
I am going to perform.
Looking forward to that.
Thank you.
We love us a hot rapper in the loft. In fact, today we're asking you on social media what your rap name would be. All you need to do is put Lil in front of the last thing you ate. So we've got a fantastic response. Christelle says Lil Biscuit. Marcus is Little Pork Chop. Zandile is Little Chicken. And there was one here that I thought was quite funny as well. Nancy was like Little Lump Stew. I think that's brilliant. Keep them coming. All you need to do is visit Afternoon Express, our Facebook page, and leave your comment. Now make sure you stay tuned for Reason's performance coming up a little later in the show. But after the break, we turn our attention to beauty and skincare, and extreme swimmer Ryan Stramrud is back to talk about his most recent challenge, swimming the North Channel.
Dermikelp for itchy, irritated skin and scalp conditions, including eczema.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, the North Channel is considered as one of the most challenging swims in the world, as swimmers are faced with unusual swimming conditions, changeable weather, jellyfish, low temperatures. Now, we have record-breaking extreme open water swimmer Ryan Strand back in the loft today as he shares his experience of swimming the North Channel. Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
So you were here not too long ago taking us through your preparation for the North Channel swim.
Correct.
And just to retouch on that, like you were doing such amazing, intense work. I know you were swimming, Cape Town seas almost every single day. Just give us a little refresher on the kind of training that you had to do to prepare for the Northern Channel.
Yeah, well, training for the North Channel is all-encompassing. You really need a holistic approach. I do what you call total body confusion training, and that is never falling into a comfort zone. So from cold, rough water to flat water to a 25-meter pool to a 50-meter pool to daytime, nighttime, and then all the different temperatures that you need to try and improvise and make sure your body is as tough as possibly can be. And once you've done that, you start working on the mind.
How do you even begin to start working on your mind, to put yourself just into such an extreme place?
Well, it's exposure to the elements on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Obviously, I do a lot of stuff to handle the cold, but it's also peace of mind knowing that you've got the right team in place and the right products around you to make sure that everything from the very periphery right down to the center core is well rehearsed and prepared.
Yeah, well, you really do have such an amazing team. And, of course, amazing sponsors as well that are able to make all of this possible. Dermikelp is obviously one of them. How did that partnership assist you?
Dermikelp is an absolute natural fit for me, and I'm a swimmer. I expose myself to the cold, to tons of chlorine, to jellyfish stings, etc. And something as simple as a skin problem, an irritation, can completely hamper your training and even at the end of the day, your challenge. So Dermikelp being a product where it's a natural active ingredient, comes from sea kelp, actually, the stuff that I swim with. It's just perfect for me. It's the natural fit. It's a product that's cortisone-free.
Yeah.
And I use it every single day from head to toe, the body lotion and the shampoo and the conditioner as well, just to...
Amazing.
That's kind of where I start, and then I know that I can get and expose myself to all the different elements of peace of mind.
Well, as long as you feel completely supported and looked after through everything. Okay, so you're ready to go. This is the last time we chat. And you flew to Ireland. What happened there?
Right, so interesting story. So I get to Ireland. How it works is you get a 1-week period that the tide is in a position that it's going to allow you. So it all revolves around tides and moon cycles. So I get basically 7 days of standby, and in those 7 days, I've got to really hope for a very nice weather day.
So any day? You don't even know when you actually go to
I don't know. I'm waiting for the very best weather. And something like the North Channel being as difficult as it is, you want the absolute best. You want sun on your back and you want water that's as close to being mirror flat as possible.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for me, it didn't work that way. The weather did not play ball. And one of the big realities of this kind of challenge is you can very easily come home without even getting in the water. And unfortunately, that's what happened to me. I was told it's not going to happen. The weather is not going to play ball. However, the way I work, if you don't try, you don't learn. And if you don't learn, you stop growing.
Yeah.
So I'm inclined, and I pushed the team a little bit and said, please find me a gap. I don't care about the conditions.
Yeah.
Even if they're rough and horrible, I still would like to give it a go. Luckily, I've got a very professional team, swim team, who I employed and are friends with in Ireland. And they agreed on a small window where we thought it might be possible to get me across.
Yeah.
They made me think very hard about it. I lay awake wondering if I should or shouldn't. I decided to look it in the eye and take on the most difficult swim in the world in very difficult conditions.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it didn't work out so well for me. I started off really well. For the first 5.5 hours, there was, the water's very cold, about 12.8 degrees Celsius. Remember, I'm just in a Speedo, goggles and a cap, and I was swimming well, but because of the water being so unsettled and the waves coming over me, I was ingesting a lot of seawater and also getting very cold, and that was going into my lungs, which I didn't know about. And before I knew it...
And you're just in a Speedo and a cap. Like, there's nobody monitoring your body at
No,
any
I've got a
given
boat
time.
alongside me with a crew that are very focused on me and my support team. So they're counting my strokes and making sure I don't slip into hypothermia, because that's a very, very big reality in that swim. And on one of the stops, 5.5 hours in, I was told to pick up my pace. I need to push harder. And I thought that's odd because I'm swimming so comfortably. I was feeling good. And I tried for another half an hour and they stopped me again. Because you stop every half an hour to feed and to put some energy back in your body. And I was getting slower and slower, and my arms were getting slower.
But without you even noticing?
Without me noticing at first. But when they started putting pressure on me to speed up, because you've got to keep a steady pace.
Yeah.
You've got to keep your body in heat going, and you've got to get to a certain place before the tides change. Because if you're not at 20-kilometre mark and the tides change, you've got no chance of getting to Scotland. So they were putting a lot of pressure, and I just realized at one point that I'm battling to breathe. I couldn't get air into my lungs, and I was turning my head further and further, trying to find the air, and the more I gasped for air, the more water I was taking in.
Oh, no.
And eventually, everything gets very hazy for me. Firstly, I'm extremely cold, but secondly, I wasn't getting any air into my brain, so things become actually quite nice. You don't feel the pain anymore, but that's where you need the support team to watch you, and they realized something was very wrong. They know me as a swimmer. They know I'm well capable of making it, but I lost all power. Wow. And they pulled me out, and to cut a long story short, I was rushed to hospital because I couldn't breathe, and I was gargling when I was breathing, and there was water in my lungs, and my oxygen levels were very low. So I spent 2 days in an Irish hospital for my efforts.
Well, we think you're an absolute hero, and we're so happy that you're okay, that you're fit and back. Wow, good luck for your future endeavours. Thank you so much for chatting to us.
Thank you very much.
And I've got no doubt you're going to try. And are you going to go try and do it again?
I'm going to have to go back,
really?
Of course. Yeah, I'll just get a better day. More luck with the weather this time.
You give me goosebumps. Now, despite not finishing, Ryan Strand has achieved what most people could only dream. Having excellent structure in place when attempting a sport such as open water swimming is extremely important. Therefore, Dermikelp has been dermatologically tested and clinically proven to rapidly soothe your sensitive, itchy and irritated skin, especially if your bare skin is subjected to ice-cold water conditions and chlorinated pools. Thank you.
Wow, what a truly inspiring and riveting story. We are so glad that he's okay. But what's even more amazing is that he's willing to go back. And I also think that Dermikelp is such an incredible brand to get behind such an inspiring man. Now, a host of new, less invasive and less distorting skin renewal treatments has cropped up for people who want to uplift their appearance. Today, we look beyond Botox and fillers as Dr. Anushka Reddy showcases the latest technology treatments within the cosmetics industry.
State-of-the-art cosmetic procedures, including anti-aging and scarring treatments, are evolving year after year. Scientists are working overtime, applying nanotechnology and other innovative advances to the pursuit of aesthetics and anti-aging treatments. Dr. Anushka Reddy introduces the latest Venus Viva skin resurfacing treatments, which combines 3 cutting-edge technologies built into 2 applicators. The treatments are safe for all skin types with little downtime.
Hi, I'm Terja. I'm here to see Dr. Anushka this morning. I'm 52 years old, and of course that is the time when one needs to look at some skin matters that need to be addressed.
Terja, welcome back.
Thank you.
We're going to do the second treatment, and I can see a nice improvement in your skin already after the first treatment. So we will repeat exactly the same procedure. We're going to be using the Venus Viva system.
I'm here today because I have some scarring on my temples that I would like to address, and I also would like her to look at some pore reduction treatment for me.
Terja's scars on the forehead is mainly related to adult onset acne, which is actually becoming quite a common problem these days. And obviously as you age, you lose collagen and the scars are becoming deeper. So it's always a good idea to actually address it before it gets to a point where nothing can be done for it.
I'm going to be having the Venus Viva, which is a fractional treatment. I've had one a month ago and it was fabulous. I could already see a slight reduction in the scarring on my temples, and there was definitely an improvement in the pore size. So I'm very excited about my second treatment.
The Venus Viva system is FDA cleared, and it has 3 technologies in one device. So we're going to be treating acne scars today with Terja, but other indications would include stretch marks that almost every woman suffers from. It's a very difficult condition to treat. In addition, it's used for skin resurfacing, so it's more to remove all those dead surface skin cells and to just offer that radiance and glow to the skin. Also fine lines, so it's a nice combination treatment with injectables. And there are a few other indications that we could apply to, but in my practice, that's where I would mainly be using the Venus Viva. We've applied the anesthetic. Now I'll just apply some glide. My assistant Amy will help me today. I'm going to be using the magnetic pulse applicator to treat the enlarged pores, and I will be using obviously the nanofractional radio frequency applicator to reduce the scars on your temples.
The reason I've chosen the Venus Viva is because it offers me the resurfacing option. The injectables and Botox is more for line reduction, and my issue is pore reduction and scarring.
This treatment is ideal because it employs what we call nano radio frequency. Now, the amazing part about this treatment is that the device actually has lots of needles on it. Don't be scared because the area is well anesthetized.
I'm not nervous. Dr. Reddy has done one before, so I know what to expect.
What these little needles do is they create channels in the skin, but they leave little pieces of skin intact between the channels, and that just allows for a much quicker healing process. Now, what happens is when you're using nano radio frequency, you're creating channels, but you're delivering radio frequency energy deep into the tissue. And what's the best part, as we all know, is that radio frequency stimulates collagen production, which is what we want. So for me, this is the ideal treatment to treat acne scars and stretch marks.
The result that I'm hoping to get today is Bo Derek, 25 years old. How would you like that? Now, I understand that we can't do magic, but I do hope for better texture, and when I don't wear makeup, I like to feel not conscious with the scarring on my temples.
The Venus Viva system, what's unique about it is that it just employs radio frequency, so it's colorblind. So it's actually ideal for all skin types, and it won't cause any major complications in terms of pigmentation. And what it does, because it's a nano radio frequency, which is a very nice new technology, it allows for a much quicker healing time. So the downtime on procedures like this is actually very quick. But ideally, you know, in someone who has acne scars or stretch marks, I would usually recommend anything between 4 to 6 treatments, spaced 4 weeks apart, before we can really see a difference in the skin. Excellent. We're all done. You handled that very well, but then you knew what to expect. So we will repeat the procedure in 4 weeks' time, and you will heal quite quickly from this. So
excellent. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
What I love about the Venus Viva system is the simple aftercare. Just keep the skin clean for 24 hours, and thereafter you can apply sunblock and makeup.
Make sure to tune in next week as we take a look at the importance of understanding your skin and how using the correct products will benefit you in the long run. Follow Dr. Anushka Reddy on Instagram for the latest updates in aesthetics treatments. Now, after the break, we head into the kitchen with the delicious wintry Thai-spiced carrot and sweet potato soup. Don't go away.
Clover fresh milk is way better than any other milk. Made with love by Clover. Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, you definitely want to keep your eyes on this because this is possibly one of my favorite recipes ever. Thursdays on Afternoon Express are all about beauty and well-being with Clover. And we're showing you how to bring your daily dose of fresh milk into your skin and health routine. Yes, today we are making a winter warmer that'll have your skin glowing in time for spring. Vitamin A encourages healthy skin cell production and keeps skin looking great. And you, my darling, have just got the thing that we need.
I've got it down.
Yeah. Where do we find vitamin A in the soup that we're doing today?
So our vegetables that we're going to use carrots and sweet potato, and then they're just high in vitamin A, and they're very good for the skin. I see you eat a lot of sweet potato and carrots.
I really, really do. I love them.
Beautiful skin.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Keep
so
talking.
Let's get cooking. I think. What I have here is onions with a bit of butter sautéing there.
Yeah.
So if you can maybe add some garlic, ginger, and then the red curry paste for me.
So I'm throwing all of this in because I really like a lot of garlic.
That. And while you do that, I'm just going to take my carrots.
And then the curry paste, can I mix with this?
Yeah, sure, please.
And then what is that spice over there?
That's some cayenne pepper for the end, which is a bit optional if you want to make it a bit more spicy.
All right.
So while you stir that, let that go for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we're going to obviously take first the peanut butter.
Yeah.
I'm going to pop this in here.
How interesting is this?
I know, it's very interesting, eh?
Yeah.
Peanut butter. And then our awesome Clover full cream milk.
Perfect.
Which is just, again, high in calcium, just good for you. And I mean, the thing is with Clover milk, it's a no-brainer. You know what I mean? Every time I use it, it's just tastes amazing, consistent in what you get out of it. It does what it needs to do.
Totally. And I'm so excited to always find really healthy recipes, especially like since I'm trying to learn how to cook and cook more at home. But if you too would like all the details for this recipes as well, or for this particular recipe, all you need to do is SMS the keyword Clover to 33650 and we'll send you all of the info that you need. Because this is a surefire winner. It's already delicious. I mean...
Can you smell it? I wish we had smell-o-vision.
And I really like your range of ingredients that have gone in, like good milk, good peanut butter, and then garlic, ginger,
of course, all the good
onions,
stuff. To this, I'm just going to add my milk and peanut butter.
Okay.
That goes in there.
Yes.
Keep on mixing, keep on mixing.
Okay, what goes into here?
So, and then what I have here is some vegetable stock that's also going to go in there.
Stunning.
Yummy soup.
Yeah, I cannot wait. I'm going to make this at home. I feel like I could eat this every single day.
Really?
Yeah, and vitamin A really is very good for you. And I think one of the tips is that vitamin A is found in all yellow and orange fruits and vegetables. So that's how you know.
Cool. And I've got my sweet potato also going in here.
Yum.
Yum, yum, yum.
And then we bring that to a boil.
Yeah, we just bring that to a boil and then we're going to puree it. So I've got a stick blender in here somewhere. I know you love big toys.
Should I have a go at it?
Yeah, please go for it.
You are so funny. All right. And then I puree it while it boils? Or like just before?
just puree it. You need to press this turbo, dude.
Okay.
We're going big. There we go.
Oh, wow. And there you go. That's our soup. And it's going to be an absolute delish. I mean, you've got the sweetness from the peanut butter, you've got the tastiness from the garlic and the ginger. This is going to be a surefire winner. Trust me, you want to make it. Let's have a quick recap on exactly how to make this delicious soup. Clover fresh milk is way better than any other milk. Made with love by Clover.
Now, I hope you're looking for a way to extend your Women's Day celebrations. And if you are, look no further, because from the 16th to the 17th of August, the annual Top Women Conference will bring together a host of iconic leaders to drive discussions around gender empowerment in business. And to stand a chance to network and rub shoulders with thought leaders and captains of industry, simply SMS the keyword Top Women followed by your email address to 33650. And you could win 2 all-access passes to the conference. SMSs are charged at R1.50 per SMS. No free SMSs do apply. T's and C's can be found on Afternoon Express website. For more information on this fantastic event, visit www.topwomen.co.za. Stay right there, because when we return, it's time to start looking ahead at spring, and we've got the top trends when it comes to dresses for the coming season.
So we're back.
Thank you for joining us back on Afternoon Express live on SABC3. Now, we're back with more fabulous fashion advice, and today Jeannie will be addressing the dress with Bronwyn Day.
So we're back with more fabulous fashion advice, and today we'll be addressing the dress. All women love the feeling a dress gives us, and Skip, along with Siemens, make sure that we are proud of what we wear. We have fashion stylist Bronwyn Day in the loft to tell us more about the must-have staple dresses in every woman's capsule wardrobe. Welcome, Bronwyn.
Hi, Jeannie. So nice to be here.
So lovely to have you here. Now, let's discuss the perfect dress. Why is it important to have a great dress or many great dresses in a capsule wardrobe?
Well, they're just an easy go-to. They're a bit of a no-brainer, something to just pop on every morning without thinking too much. So depending on your figure or your skin tone or what you like to do or your job, the perfect dress can just take you from day to night in one quick swoop.
I mean, those are amazing dresses. That one that Miranda Kerr is wearing is
the wrap dress,
stunning.
very big this season. The wrap dress, very flattering, maxi style with the V-neck, quite sexy, quite flirty, but still quite romantic.
Yeah, and that shirt dress is also amazing. It's just really wearable.
Absolutely, very urban, a little bit sporty with the trainers, nice little everyday Monday to Friday or Saturday off-duty dress, also really fun. Nice in the rich tone.
Now let's discuss the LBD. Everybody needs an LBD, actually a little WD as well.
Oh, absolutely, the white dress is making a big comeback, but let's talk about the LBD. The LBD, as you can see here on Eva, just really simple and sleek. I love this neckline because it just creates interest at the top half of the body, which is very important when looking for a dress. One has to really accentuate your own features. I love the knife pleats in this one, showing a little bit of a leg here, a little edgy, hard, sexy heels with that, with the high neck but the short hemline. So contrasting sexy but a little bit demure at the same time. And this one on Vic, we love Vic Beckham, and she really does wear this sort of nipped waist swing skirt well here. Also very good for a lady with a slightly bigger hip, very flattering, contours the waistline, lovely neckline, and just simple around the body.
I really want to be Victoria Beckham.
I know, and have a whole collection of clothing to go with your wardrobe.
Exactly.
Your own designer wardrobe.
And then there's David Beckham.
Yes. Okay. So here we love these two, and these are just lovely everyday dresses. I mean, our Kim, every day for her is just uber glamour and uber sexy.
Exactly.
Over the knee, quite sexy.
These are dresses that's trending at the moment.
Yes, and just different styles. You know, Kate always on the right looks beautiful in her ladylike tea dress style in a soft blush tone.
Beautiful.
Higher neckline, lower on the knee. But
she always goes for a low knee, and it always makes her legs look very long.
Yes, and she is quite tall and statuesque, so she can't really wear a short dress, obviously being on duty and in the limelight. One has to be a bit careful
I wish she would, though. I would love to see her
in a little mini cocktail. I'm sure maybe behind the scenes she does, but in the limelight not so much. And yeah, here you can see on the runway lots of dress trends coming for summer, a lot of white coming into fashion, the nautical, the chevron stripe here on the maxi in the middle is really flattering around the bust line with the wrap neck detail. The peplum on the left is a new way of showing the white dress off. And on the right-hand side, just a slightly more contemporary pleat with the mesh neck detail and a little bit sportier. So lots of different ways of wearing the dress, not only romantic and frilly, but it can be kind of maxi, the cocktail, and obviously the LBD.
I love a great dress. It really does just celebrate femininity.
Yes, absolutely.
What should we look for when buying the perfect dress?
I'm very big on not following trends as much as suiting your...
I can't be trendy.
It's more about your figure. So it's very important if you're more busty to look for a neckline that doesn't, you know, show off too much, but also doesn't cover everything and make everything too bunchy.
Not show off too much? Who are you talking to?
Well, you've got the ultimate figure, Jeannie. So, you know, and if you've got good legs to wear a dress above the knee, at least 5 centimeters, or they say a few fingers. I know it's the school rule, but not too short. So it just depends on your figure. If you've got a smaller waist and a bigger hip, the fit and flare that we looked at on Victoria Beckham is really a good one. Quite classic, but always feels, you know, even if you put on those 2 kilos in winter, you can hide those hips a little bit there. But if you've got a sportier figure, you can wear the knife pleats, which are big in season, but still looks quite sort of classic, you know. So I think when it comes to buying an LBD or a good white dress for summer, follow a little bit of the trends, but ultimately it's about your figure and what you feel comfortable in. And also being able to wear it in the day and at night. So in the morning, for work, you can wear it with a little jacket and maybe a pair of ballet flats. And then at the end of the day, you can pop them in a beautiful, you know, statement necklace with some heels and a clutch bag, and you're off for the evening. So,
Bronwyn, you are my ultimate style queen. Thank you so much for being here.
It's a pleasure. It's really fun to chat.
Yeah, always. Now, dress like you want to be addressed. Make sure to stock your capsule wardrobe up with dresses that address your best features. Let's find out how Siemens ensures that our dresses are always in ready-to-wear condition. Nicole, we live in such an eco-conscious world at the moment that I think people are very aware of how much electricity and water that they use, especially when it comes to washing. How does the iSensoric accommodate this?
The Siemens iSensoric washing machine has very sophisticated sensors within the machine that can detect the level of soilness as well as the textile that you're washing. It will then adjust to the level of electricity as well as the level of water required to give you the perfect wash.
This is such a sophisticated machine, but what about the level of detergent used? Is it always the same?
The iSensoric machine will actually detect the textile and it will then adjust the detergent so that you'll have the perfect dose for the laundry.
Now, I've got a wardrobe filled with black clothes. How do I prevent the colour from washing out?
There's nothing worse than having a faded little black dress. That's why we recommend using the Easy Care Wash program. This will wash at the ideal temperature as well as with a lot of less mechanical action, preserving the blackness of your little black dress.
What detergent would you recommend?
Siemens recommends using Skip Auto. This will ensure the best washing results, as well as keeping the beauty of your black clothes.
Skip Auto is specially designed not only to thoroughly clean garments, but to take care of the fibers and fabrics, leaving garments looking like new for longer. No matter what the occasion is, one is never overdressed or underdressed with the LBD, and with more basics like the little black dress, you'll have endless opportunities. Make sure to tune in next time for more fashion gossip.
Skip loves your clothes as much as you do.
So don't forget about our Winner Home bi-weekly competition, where this time around you could win a Plascon paint voucher to the value of 5,000 Rand. Head over to privateproperty.co.za, click on the Winner Home logo and vote for your favorite design duo. This also automatically enters you into the draw where you can stand a chance of winning the biggest prize on South African television, a brand new home valued at more than 3 million Rand.
Next time on Winner Home on Afternoon Express.
I mean, right now, I'm not really exactly sure what I want, but I will know it when I see it.
Come, let's go, get up, go.
Tian is in the house.
We are ready to roar for our leopard library. Meow.
Yeah, I'm not happy with you now.
We are at the hospice. I definitely think the hospice should be paying us some form of royalty because we turned it up in there.
Don't miss Winner Home Fridays on Afternoon Express. The stage is yours.
And if you're looking for a way to extend your Women's Day celebrations, look no further. From the 16th to the 17th of August, the annual Top Women Conference will bring together a host of iconic leaders to drive discussions around gender empowerment in business. To stand a chance to network and rub shoulders with thought leaders and captains of industry, simply SMS the keyword Top Women followed by your email address to 33650, and you could win 2 all-access passes to the conference. SMSs are charged at R1.50 each, and free SMSs do not apply. T's and C's can be found on the Afternoon Express website. For more information on this fantastic event, visit topwoman.co.za. After the break, it's a live performance by Reason. Stay tuned.
This is your chance to win the home you've always dreamed of. SA's favorite interior design reality competition, Winner Home, sees 3 design duos transform empty spaces into lavish homes. And one of them could be yours. To enter, visit privateproperty.co.za and vote for your favorite design duo. Put yourself in line to win amazing prizes in the bi-weekly draw and automatically be entered for a chance to win the grand prize, your choice of one of 3 fully designed homes in the Eye of Africa Golf and Residential Estate in the south of Joburg. The finished property will include luxurious finishes by Plascon and Caesarstone, as well as premier home appliances by Grundig, with a total prize value of more than 3 million rand. Competition details plus T's and C's can be found on the Private Property website. Watch the breathtaking properties come to life as the design drama unfolds and stand a chance to win the biggest prize on South African television, your very own dream home.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express on SABC3. As promised earlier, Reason is getting ready to whisk you away with his latest track. It's called So Beautiful.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, tell us what it's all about.
So Beautiful is about, I guess, embracing your beauty and not necessarily feeling bad about it, and all the beautiful things that happen in your life. You know, a lot of times you may feel bad about your work, your success, your talents, your ability to be amazing, your new life, your new relationship, your new whatever, and just overall progress. And it's just,
Well, we're a fan of your new relationship. We think it's ever so beautiful.
Aww.
Take it away.
Thank you.
It's a special dedication to all the beautiful girls out there. So beautiful, so beautiful. So beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. Why you feel so bad? 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 Why you feel so bad if it's beautiful? 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 Tell me why you feel so bad if it's beautiful? 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 Tell me why you feel so. Oh my God, what a beautiful thing. Whole design Alexander McQueen. She sat beside me with something to drink. She told me straight that she's scared of the scene, scared of what is or whatever could be. So many critics for something that seemed sudden to me. Out of the gravel to turn to a tree, turning to me like, what you think? We just live in a dream? We done caused so many scenes, it's a movie to me. Like, what's the cause of all these things that you throwing at me? Apologies accompanied by some jewelry, food in the sweet. Do as you please till you're cooling at ease. Blowing some steam, we just shooting the breeze. So many snaps you can't upload cause the viewers are mean. I can't imagine how you feel when you look at these things, but I just hope you don't forget this a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Beauty, love. It's a beautiful thing. Care, peace. Why you feel so bad? 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 Tell me why you feel so bad if it's beautiful? 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 Tell me why you feel so bad if it's beautiful? 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 Tell me why you feel so. Thank you very much.
Just so so good. Now, don't miss tomorrow's edition of Win a Home on Afternoon Express. The competition is heating up, and our design duos are about to find out what their next room challenge will be. All of that coming up tomorrow at 4 p.m. So that's all from me and Bomb Bizzle. We'll see you again tomorrow for Win a Home. Until then, good night and happy eating. Mwah! Ciao!
Make sure you catch Win a Home tomorrow on Afternoon Express as our design duos get tasked with their second challenge. Which room will it be? Tune in tomorrow at 4 p.m. on SABC3 to find out.
Search for a home on any device, anytime, anywhere. Private property, a home for everyone.
Afternoon Express, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.